sponsorships it's their own, I won't say beast, but I don't have another word right now.
Finding sponsors is fun, I think. It's actually one of the more enjoyable exercises in the day, because for me, I'm looking for organizations that are marketing to the demographic that I have at my events, if it's an event sponsor.
I think with sponsorships, the key is find out, stay connected to all your staff members, because the prospects list goes on forever almost. You figure out your receptionist, all her vendors that she's dealing with. You figure your CEO, all the people that he does business. You just think about all your colleagues and their Rolodexes. And basically, that's your prospect list for your sponsors, because if they're doing business with you, hey, come on, now it's once a year, can you just kick out a little bit to help us with this event? And it's a win-win situation. We will recognize you at the event that that you're helping us out, and it's a worthy cause. And you have to be able to articulate what the cause is, and hopefully they know, and if they don't, perfect, we'll tell you.
You want to put on your marketing hat. You want to put on your that hat and say, here's what I have to sell. Who can I sell it to that makes the most sense? So you're not going to go to somebody who has no relationship to you, who doesn't that has no interest in your demographic, but instead, you want to go to people who want to sell to that want to buy your consumers.
As a corporate sponsor, one of the things that I'm looking for in an event or in an organization to engage with is how effectively are they communicating with people? Because if I want to associate my name or my company's name or plant my company's dollars in this organization's hands, I want to know that they're going to be good stewards of it, and that it will, by association, help us look good as a company for being involved with or engaged with this organization. So as a sponsor, I want to know that when I give you my dollars, you're going to do a really amazing job with them.
You sit down with a company and they may never have thought about giving to your organization, or to any organization, because some companies are small and they just can't, or they don't feel they can. And then when you sit down and talk to them and let them understand what it is you're trying to do with their money and how they can help, as well as what they're going to get in exchange for it, all of a sudden lights go off in people's eyes that are like, oh, I get it. And in fact, this is exactly what happened with Wells Fargo. They saw the mission of what this event that they're supporting is exactly aligned with what they hope to do in the community from a marketing, a community outreach perspective. And it was perfect fit. And they saw it. The person who makes the decision was like, this is exactly what we need to be funding, and went out and convinced the group of people, the decision makers, became our advocate actually, in front of the giving board, and got the money for us, because they knew exactly what they wanted to do with it, because they knew they needed to be the person presenting this, because it'll give them a lot of legitimacy in the community.
As a sponsor, I'm looking for return on my investment in a lot of different ways, and sometimes it's actually looking to generate business, and in some cases we want to sponsor an organization because we believe in what they're doing, and we feel like that their values echo what we're trying to do in the community as well. And we feel like there's a good synergy there. So I'm not always looking for business that I can attribute to that particular expenditure, but I do want to know that what we're doing is making a difference for people, and I want to see them articulate who they are and make a difference in the community effectively, because it is better use of my dollars if they're doing good work with it.
And then of course, getting them to do it a year after year is always, that's always, I won't say it's a challenge, but it's not a given. Sometimes you get surprised, and it's like, I'm sorry, we can't. Someone may have sponsored you 3 years in a row, and then 1 year they're like, we can't do it. And it's like, oh, it's just like, wow. Well, so you almost, so don't take it for granted that you're going to get it year after year, and find out why. And a lot of times they'll say, it's just not in the budget this year, but we'll definitely do something next year. And then, find ways to make them feel real guilty about it.